So, working on construction sites and coming to Scotland, and even just being a guy, I've been asked or expected to comment on the attractiveness of girls and women, females. Anyway, I can't do that well. Like, because, I mean, for one reason, my opinion is different than the pop culture, modern society, whatever crap, what they think attractiveness is. Also, another reason is that I see beyond the outside, and so you can't expect me to comment because I don't know the person. Like, attractiveness for me comes from who they are and their personality. Has nothing to do with what they look like on the outside. Like, you could say, for example, that there's just like an average looking girl. Okay, whatever. But then, you know, get to know them and find out that they're actually really awesome, and then their attractiveness grows. And then, but like the same can be with like someone who's, you know, physically really attractive, but then, you know, you get to know them and find out that, you know, this person isn't attractive at all. They're kind of an asshole. I don't know. So, I guess you could say I don't really care about outward appearance, just as long as she takes care of herself. So, I guess this goes back to my sixth sense of being able to see inside you. I forgot what I was gonna say. I was supposed to see Journey, Loverboy, and Night Ranger in Calgary 2 years ago, but I got the flu, and so I missed a great show, and I wasted $70. Was devastated. So the best burger I ever had was at Burger King in Red Deer back in 2010. And it was a bacon burger with special sauce, and it was the best burger I've ever had. Although I was starving at the time, so maybe that's just why I think it was the best. 2003 to 2005 were the best years for me for music, since those were the years I discovered and fell in love with rock. So I recently made a playlist of a couple dozen songs that I heard a lot on the radio back then, for nostalgia. I also realized that most of those bands are actually Canadian, which is really cool. And though it does make sense, I suppose, since I am Canadian. How do you pee? Is it belt button zipper? Because that's what I do, and it seems to take a lot longer than other people. Do people do just fly or something? Like, how are you supposed to do it? Is there even a right way? So, you know that song you heard 6 years ago, and you have no idea what it is, and you can only remember 2 non-consecutive lines, and you remember the tune, sort of, but it keeps popping into your head, taunting you like a nightmare that never ends with no closure! I'm a good driver. I had a delivery job when I was 18, and I was a lot attendant for Nissan. I've driven a variety of vehicles, and I can successfully airdrum, text, change radio, and eat while I drive. With my knee. I don't know if that makes me a good or bad driver. Although 2 years without driving, I'm going to need to practice when I get back. So I'm ready to drive across Canada. So, Hamlet. Hamlet is awesome. It's an awesome story, and it's hilarious, if you have my dark sense of humor. So let me summarize Hamlet, for fun, and for the sake of my future kids who will one day go to English class and have to learn about this and ask me what the heck was going on. So anyway, it starts off with brother killing brother and then inheriting his fortune, his power. Lion King, anyone? Also, and then you have the dead father's ghost coming to his son and saying, "Avenge me!" And then the son's like, "What? Is this really happening? I'm gonna have to prove it." And so he does, and he puts his uncle to a test, and he fails the test. He's like, "Oh no, he actually did it. I'm gonna have to kill him." And then he's got the dilemma: do I kill him? Do I have to? Oh, what's going on? Oh, this is crap. Do I kill my own uncle? And then he's contemplating suicide. And then he starts acting. He decides to start acting crazy. So his uncle isn't suspicious about his plans to avenge his father's death. And then the girl, who's in love with Hamlet, is like, "Oh no, Hamlet's crazy. Oh, he doesn't love me anymore. Oh, there's no reason to live." And she drowns herself. So then, so Hamlet goes to see his mother, and then little does he know that some other guy went to see his mother about something, and then he was like, "Oh no, someone's coming," and he hid behind the curtain, and Hamlet goes to his mother, and he's like, "Oh, someone's behind the curtain. It's my uncle. Die!" And he kills this random dude. He's like, "Oh, oops. Crap." So then the dead guy's son has to fight Hamlet to avenge his death. Are you drawing any conclusions yet?
Palpatine's behind it all.
So anyway, and then Hamlet's uncle is like, this is the perfect chance to kill Hamlet. How about I try to poison him too? So he tries to poison him, and I was like, "Go away! I'm into this. I gotta get this guy. I don't want to die." So then he does and kills this younger guy too, the son of the guy he accidentally killed. And then while he's doing that, his mom's like, "Oh, this is so intense. Oh, give me some wine to celebrate his winning streak," and drinks the poison wine. so his mom's dead now, and then Hamlet's just like, "You know what, Uncle? I'm gonna fight you now. I know what you did." And Uncle's like, touche. And then they fight, and then little does he know that the uncle poisoned his sword, so when he slices Hamlet, that now he's poisoned, he's gonna die. But then Hamlet's like, "No, if I'm gonna die, you're gonna die too." So he goes and keeps fighting it. Kills the uncle, yay! But then he dies. Because he's poisoned. It's the best story ever.
Metal.
Pretty metal.
Oh, is it?
I hate to say it, but
Yeah, not to be contradictory, but it's very metal.
The best phone conversation I've ever had was between me and Steve. "Hello? Come. Okay. Bye. Bye." You know it's time to cut your toenails when one of them causes your other heel to bleed. I never remembered to take the food out of the freezer in time for it to thaw, before it's too late. Backbreaker, Manimal, Baby Thor, Rambo. I've had some really cool nicknames. I've also had some non-so-flattering nicknames like Goldilocks, Gay, and Nickelback. Also, no one's ever called me TJ. Those are my initials, but I've never been called TJ. I am a TJ. I don't know if that would really suit me though. I have no idea. Could I be a TJ? Some great childhood memories, like going to the Calgary Zoo as a class field trip when I was like 10 or something, or my parents sporadically surprising us by taking us to Callaway Park when we were young, or my first cinema experience, seeing Pirates of the Caribbean, which blew my mind, it blew me away. It was the best thing I've ever. I think I was 12 at the time. I laugh at my own funnies, cause who else will? Fucking Scotland. As a Canadian, courtesy is part of my life. But here, nobody cares. I really need to leave because now I'm starting to become an asshole. It's wearing off on me. Bad influence. I will be glad to go home. Not only have I not shaken some bad habits, but I've also picked up a couple since coming to Scotland. Is Paint It Black like the most covered song? Even I have 8 different versions. People spend like 1 or 2 hours just sitting outside on warm sunny days. I can't. If I'm outside, I have to be working or chilling with friends and a beer and music and food or a barbecue. Or at least like doing something like physical, some kind of activity like rock climbing or throwing the frisbee. But if I'm just gonna go and sit and do nothing, I might as well be inside watching a movie instead. It's probably not a good thing. I'm bad at conversations, unless it's like one-on-one, and even then, I need the other person to get the ball rolling. But, however, I am actually a pretty good public speaker. Light Bright. Was there anything better? Well, maybe Lego. Lego Light Bright! Someone told me that watching my videos is like just sitting and watching an aquarium, but with really interesting fish. That about sums up my life. When I was a kid, I thought Don't Stand So Close to Me were 2 different songs by 2 different bands. But it's the same. A guy has a right and privilege to pick his nose in public. Here's a Timatism. No way! We care. Not. Now all my whites are off-white and stained. I am not a flower!
Hey, this was really fun.
We hope you liked it too.
Seems like we've just begun when suddenly we're through. Goodbye, goodbye, good friends, goodbye. 'Cause now it's time to go. But hey, I say, well, that's okay.